Amazon just asked this question recently. This is Leetcode, number of 1 bit. We are given a positive integer, and we need to convert it from decimal into binary. After we convert into binary, we need to return the sum of number 1. For example, 11 in binary, it's 1011, so we have 3 1 that add up the sum to 3. First, we're going to talk about an operation, which is going to take a 1 time. Let's say we have a binary number 1011. First, we're going to specify the I is equal to 1. Every time we need to check if 11 and I is greater than 0. So at first, we have 1 at the first place. If they're greater than 0, then we need to accumulate the result, because eventually we need to return how many 1 in the binary expression we have. If they're less than 0, then we do nothing. That means we can have a while loop for I. For each iteration, the I needs to shift to the left by 1, and then each time we need to check using the AND operation in Python. For example, the first iteration, we check both of them has 1, so we accumulate the result. The second one, we have 1 and 1 as well, so we accumulate the result. The third one is 0 and 1. If you use the AND operation, it will return 0, so this time we don't accumulate. And the fourth one, we have 1 and 1 as well, so we accumulate. Finally, we have the result as 3 that match the number. And this is the code. First, we define the result as 0 and the bits as 1. For each iteration, we have the range for I in range 31 because the maximum integer in this question is 32 bits. If we are using AND operation, if, like I just said, if we find a match that greater than 0, then we accumulate the result. And for every iteration, we shift the bits to the left by 1. There's another genius way to do it. It's called bit manipulation. So suppose we have an n that looks like this binary number, and n minus 1 will look like this. So basically, it will reach out to the at least binary 1, and it will sort of flip every single element in this sub-binary. So 1 becomes 0, and then 0, 0 becomes 1, and 1. If we keep doing this number n, and we perform n operation to n minus 1, you'll actually see that this portion will gone, become 0, 0, and then this portion will gone as well for each iteration. And finally, the last one will go as well. So in this approach, the entire while loop will only need to be executed 3 times. Here is the Python code.